Not looking too shabby today. I haven't looked at myself, sorry. I wasn't even going to go live, so let's just not make fun what I look like today. Because today, who gives a shit? It's Sunday. I have Amanda Marshall on my head. I'm sorry. I just can't stop saying it. I just love her. Okay, here we go. Damn, that is lined up pretty. I'm going to shut this door. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. This is the part 2. I went on this morning and then kind of got interrupted because I had a lot of chores to do. So this is part 2. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We already have some messages clinging to me. Holy crap. Oh, every time I think I can do a channel with my hair up and it starts to hurt. Uncomfortable. Oof. All right. Oh God, my hair smells so good. Halloween. Oh my God, I was just watching John Carpenter on, oh my God. Hey, hello everybody. Hello. Oh my gosh, I was thinking about Halloween today. I don't know why. I was like, Halloween H2O is, I don't know why, one of my favorite movies. I don't know why. I love horror movies, but I don't want to be that scared. I don't want to be scared, but I don't want to be like shit in my pants scared. Like the Babadook, like, oh my God, you watch that movie. It's parts of it are terrifying. I don't want to be that scared. I want to be just a little bit, and I love the music. And anyways, okay, get the fuck out of my goddamn fucking chat, you fucking loser. Disgusting. No one's taking off any clothes here. Thanks, fucking loser. There we go. Okay. Is something bearing down on you? Some inexplicable, seemingly unstoppable problem, and you're struggling to understand why. Sometimes our behavior shapes our circumstances. Other times the shape just comes to us, a menace popping up out of the shadows again and again, just when we think the coast is clear. Confront the situation head on. Okay. With a tower. Oh, but an upside down tower. We all know what happens to people who are denied the existence of beings like the Demigorgon. This is about Stranger Things. I don't ever seen that show, but they were wrong. They're around much longer. Rejecting change isn't going to prevent it from coming. It will just leave you feeling powerless and frustrated. Stop fighting the inevitable and instead focus on your energies and updating your worldview. Okay, so it's I almost kind of feel like something is inevitably going to happen, and it keeps confronting you around every corner. Ace of Cups. An unexpected gift after the tower. So it's like, update your perspective, because change is going to happen whether you want it to or not. Okay, so it's like, It's like continually saying you're going to do something, saying it over and over and over again is not doing it. Okay, you want to do it, then like really, if you whatever it is you want to do, you kind of just stop talking about it and you kind of start doing. Okay, there's the Four of Swords. Communicate and advocate your needs. Like, okay, so before you burn out, okay, so this could be like a relationship where it's like somebody's partner is driving them up the fucking wall. And if they don't stop, then someone's gonna leave, right? It's like you can't keep poking the bear, you know, when a relationship is over, fucking walk away and leave the person alone. But sometimes people from our past continually come up, they won't leave us alone, right? And I almost kind of feel like somebody could be getting stalked. Rosemary's Baby in my hand. I didn't even fucking see this. What up, everybody? Hello. All right. Rosemary's Baby. This is like your neighbors. Trust your senses. You can tell a lot by somebody, by looking in their eyes. Like you have to look at something. Look at something head on. Another Tower card. No way. Okay, it's a kind of a funny message with the Tower, so I'm going to read it. Written and directed by Terrence Moley, who had seen great promise with his visual dynamic music videos. So all of these cards that are in this deck, horror cards, are all horror movies. Okay, so I didn't really know that because I didn't read the book. I never fucking read books. Okay, I am so bad at it. I never read instructions. I never read books. I just go with my intuition, and sometimes it kicks ass and sometimes it doesn't. The Tower is a movie, though, okay? And it went into production without a completed script and was plagued with delays and cost overruns brought on by expensive location shooting. Molly's initial director's cut was over 4 hours long and featured a dozen different subplots. The studio deemed it unreleasable and took over post-production. They finally released a 90-minute version that left audiences baffled by its dangling plot threads and bizarre narrative leaps. The story was conceived as a satire of yuppie culture. A young couple thinks they find the perfect investment property in an ancient tower in the remote corner of Scotland and it end up living in a nightmare. Oh, you know what this is? Fucking Tom Hanks, he does a remake of that video where they buy the place and it falls apart, and then fucking somebody else does it too. Somebody else does a remake of it too. For some reason I feel like Drew Barrymore is in one, but I don't know for sure. Anyways, two people have redone this movie. I forget what I think the original is called The Tower from 1986. Okay. But people have obviously redone it. But the whole thing is like, okay, you think you have, just like Halloween, you know, she always thinks she gets away from her brother, but then her brother pops back up all the time, trying to kill her. Okay, The Tower, right? Everything goes wrong, but he still pushes through to film it. Okay, Rosemary's Baby. She knows everybody's fucking with her, but yet she still lets everybody in and trusts them. Okay, so like we're getting to a theme here, people. Okay, so it's like something is going to come crashing down, and I kind of, what is this? Wishing. I kind of feel like the thing that's going to come crashing down is the inevitable of something. It's not in your life, it's in somebody else's. Somebody who has, there's the sun. Somebody who has forced things, okay? They've forced energy against energy. They've used people, they've used things, and that's why you're just to kind of concentrate on your own energy while you watch this person fucking spiral out of control. Okay, that's what's going to end up happening. Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Moon. Follow your passion. Rich potential for growth. Beware of pitfalls. And then deception, betrayal, pretense, and the moon. Symbol of fear and anxiety and dilemma. The moon lights your path to a higher understanding, but the light is weak, a pale reflection of the sun. Dark things come to the surface underneath the light of the moon. Now I'm getting 46 and 2 again. My shadow's shedding. I've been picking my scabs again. Yeah. Listen to my muscle memory. Oh my God, that song has just been coming to my head just constantly over and over and over again. I don't know what Maynard's fucking doing to me, but he's putting me under a spell right now of Tool music and Perfect Circle, and it's bringing a lot of messages. This, whatever you think is happening, okay? It's almost like time to take illusion, delusion, logic out your mouth and throw it out the fucking window, because I'm going to tell you, the world that you think you're living in is not the world that we're in. Okay, it really isn't. It's like so different. And if people were to just realize that this is a totally different reality than what they believe, we would be so much higher or farther in our development. But we are crashing behind because people are not realizing that there is so much more to this world than what meets the eye. Right? Just because Lori thinks Michael's gone doesn't mean that Michael is gone. Okay? Just because you believe that something is gone because you haven't seen it or it hasn't been around, there's a death with the sun. Wow. That's fucking smoking big, okay? Because that's transformation. That's like the light of transformation. Oh my God, look, the moon talks about the sun in its place. Okay? That's the only light that the moon picks up. Okay? Is the moon is the light from the sun. Okay? So, yeah, the thing that illuminates the moon is the sun. That's why we see it in different phases, because the light of the sun is bouncing off of it. So it's like you're getting rid of something. Okay, it could be like your triggers, things that used to bother you before, I just heard run its course. Things have run their course in your life because you're confronting situations head on. Right? You realize when like life gets a little uncomfortable and shit, and you suddenly have to start like caring and doing things, and you're like, well, this sucks. This was another tower. So you just went through another tower because maybe it's a possibility that a tower hit, or you saw a tower coming and you resisted it. When you resist it, something that's deemed to come down no matter what, it's like you're going to get hurt in the aftermath of that shit because you stayed in something that is going to come tumbling down. Because you've released something in your shadow. You know, the things we hide in our shadow, a lot of things we hide in our shadow is, look at that, Knight of Cups. A lot of things we hide in our shadow is our pain, right? Things we've been through. And like your shadow, once you put it in your shadow, you can basically fucking forget about it for the rest of your life. But as a shadow does, I mean, a shadow is black, it's dark, right? So you put things in a dark place, you know, the more things you put in that dark place, the bigger that dark place gets, right? And the more you're carrying around with you, because you carry your shadow with you. Your shadow's always with you. Right? And maybe that's this moon energy is reflecting your shadow. Oh my God, look at on the bottom, we stopped at the world. So this is a cycle that's ending in somebody's life. Okay. So you've been getting this like small amount of light, okay, from this fire that you started. Okay. The fire was to release this deception and betrayal that somebody put into your life. Okay. So somebody does something to you and then you live in your shadow. You become dark. Okay. As you go through your dark phase, you slowly begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel, which then starts to bring everything in your shadow to light, right? Which means you start confronting all of your demons. You start confronting everything you put in there because you've been living in there, which means you know what's in there, but you don't know what's in there, but you do know what's in there. You know how to live with it anyways, whether you see it or not. It's dark. So like there's no light. So you weren't seeing these creatures and these things you harbor with the light, right? It's like adjusting your eyes in the dark, right? They always say that, like, don't use your light, right? Because in a very dark place, because it really like restricts your vision. If you keep all lights off in the dark, your eyes will begin to adjust and you can see more in the dark than with the light on. Okay. But then you turn the light on. Once you turn the light on in the darkest place possible, you follow that light. Okay. And that light leads you to the sun. Okay. Because really, in this whole thing, right, the sun is where we need to be to exist. You can't exist in the dark. It's impossible, right? It's like when you think about it, you see people who, this is really sad, is you see people, I don't know if you've ever seen them or not. There's things called before and after shots of people who have gone to prison. Okay. And you think like, okay, well, you know, they kind of look already fucked up before they went in there. But like after all that time with no sun, locked in a fucking cell, you know, 1 hour of fucking light a day, blah, blah, blah. Those people, those inmates, those prisoners change because of not having the sun. Okay. Like you need the sun. You can't live in the dark. But again, you can adjust to living in the dark. Anybody can. Okay. But now somebody doesn't want to live in the dark anymore. Okay, they want to be seen now, which means, I mean, everybody's got skeletons. Everybody's got shit that they're carrying around. And I think it's more common in people than what other people think, right? Of like what you survived. It's just most people don't talk about it, but they act like fucking insane people because of what they don't talk about. Anybody that doesn't accept who you are, right, doesn't really deserve to be in your life. Okay, so 2 of Wands, are you prepared for this journey? And I really think you are. Okay, and then Emperor in reverse, ultimate authority rests with him. So it's like somebody needs to understand that what this is in your past, you are a grown ass man now. Like you are in your masculine energy, okay? And you're about to manifest something very abundant because you let something come through your shadow. Right? By picking your scabs, you picked the wounds. By picking the wounds, you made them bleed. By making them bleed, you recognize what hurts you. 4 of Pentacles, the collector. It's like somebody's been collecting their feelings, you know. They've been putting things in jars and you know what? You know what's so weird? I used to have this dream when I was a kid. I haven't had it for like a long time, but I used to have this dream that like I picked my scabs and put them in jars. And like the thing is in real life, it was weird because it took me like, I think the last time I had the dream, it was in my 20s. I remember that. Because like I hadn't really been a kid in my dreams for a long time. So I remember, I think it was in my 20s. And then I realized sometime in my 20s that I would back in the day pick scabs like way too early. Like way too early. And like, I don't know why I did it. It was like to inflict more pain on myself. I was always like trying to scar myself and leave, you know, because if a scar really heals, then it doesn't really leave a mark. Right. But for some reason, I wanted my scars subconsciously to leave marks. It's like, so then I knew that those things happened, you know, like if there's no scar, then you forget what happened, right? And there's this scar on my hand right here, and a bottle went like, you know, back in the day we had glass bottles, okay, for babies, and I broke the bottle in my hand and I got 2 stitches. I don't know if you can see it. 2 stitches on the palm of my hand. Yeah, you kind of can right there. When I was a fucking baby, I was a baby. I had a cast. as a baby because a fucking bottle broke. Like, you have arteries. Like, look how close that was to my artery. As a baby, that's just like, that's not very far away from, like, I feel like there's a death curse on me since the day I was conceived, which there could be with you as well, okay? Like, the day you were conceived, your mother went, fuck, instead of, yay, okay? And that's just majority of us, you know, whether mothers will admit that. My mother admitted it, so, like, I know that we weren't wanted, but some mothers will fucking push it to the grave that you were the best thing of their life, even though they fucking tortured you the whole time. And it's like, thanks, Mom. Remind me to return the package one year, all right? Okay? So somebody, by releasing the past, right, you begin your future. Because this was something that had to happen. I mean, you have the tower upright and the tower in reverse. So you didn't believe that the tower was going to come down, or that the tower was bothering you, or the tower could do something. So you think that it's not going to happen by patching holes and shit and thinking that, like, your tarp is going to work, and then the whole thing comes down on you, which is, like, sometimes losing your mind, right? Like the tower card in one deck that I had, I forget what it was called, or the Everyday Witch, I think. Anyways, it was a woman she was in her kitchen and she was all red. Like, it was kind of cartoony. They did her all red, and I thought, like, that's a good tower card, because that shows somebody so enraged that they literally break down as a person, right? Because the tower always shows it as being like a tower, okay? 8 of Cups in reverse, like a tower, you know, something that you physically are in. But what if it is the tower that you are physically in? Which means if you were thinking you weren't going to have a breakdown, haha, honey, you did, okay? And sometimes we have breakdowns when, like, power goes out for fucking 2 weeks and you lose your fucking mind. That's the universe. You keep pushing something and pushing something, saying you're okay, and then boom, you lose it, right? Because you're not okay. Just because your life is okay, it doesn't mean that mentally you're okay. So somebody's thinking, yeah, fine, my mental state is fine, everything's fine, my life looks good, so obviously I'm fine. But no, you're not. And maybe you had to get rid of that. Okay, you had to have that meltdown, that breakdown, that tower, that power outage, whatever it was, right? Lose all your power, break down as an individual, and then you will never do that again. You will never do that to anybody around you. You will never displace your anger. You will never take something out on them thinking just because your life looks perfect or looks awesome or people enjoy it does not mean you're happy, does not mean you're living the truth. It just means that you've got a nice life. But a nice life still comes with a severe chemical imbalance if you're not keeping yourself mentally, you know, okay and afloat. Which is like total temperance energy, right? Keeping your feet on the ground, but still allowing your emotions to flow, right? That's the whole part of temperance energy, because your emotions are always going to be there. They're supposed to be there. But what are you using for? Like, what are you using them for? How are you using them? Are you bottling them up? Are you saying, well, I'm a man, I don't need to feel that way. I'm a woman, I'm overly emotional all the time. Like, are you, you know, kind of stereotyping yourself, which you could be, right? Which is like totally just like, might as well just lose your voice right now if you're going to stereotype yourself, okay, by saying men can't feel, or women, you know, need to be overly emotional in order to show that they feel. It's like, you know, drop stereotypes, because stereotypes don't mean shit. Especially to people who don't follow stereotypes. Then it just means what you're doing is you're just following your own vibration, which people have to do. Follow trends, follow your own self. I feel like that's really all that spirit can say with somebody, is like, you think you're fine and that's cool. But like, I mean, there were definitely times, you know, in bad situations where it's like, I used to drive around all the time and have no idea where I was going. And I would just light a joint and fucking take off. Boom. Always a different way out of town. Never fucking destination. And I always ended up like, you know, where, like, I grew up in cottage country, so I generally know the area of like where, this large area that I'm in. I genuinely know from like a kid. So you can't really get me lost in this area. So I would actually physically try to get lost just to see what would happen. And then sometimes would go down the wrong road, or like, come to a scary place and see how I felt, see if I was going to get triggered. I mean, I know when my anxiety goes off is like when something all of a sudden out of my control happens, but then I have to give the universe a minute to make sure it's okay, right? Because I'm always okay, but sometimes, and that's why it's so awesome when you find yourself single for a while, because you really learn that like somebody's not there all the time, which means if you're not in a relationship and somebody's not there all the time, you really have to learn how to work in very like pressurable times. Like now I'm getting, this is extreme, by the way, Spirit, for this analogy, but I'm getting Atreyu with his horse, in the quicksand, and he's free, but he's not really panicking, right? But the more you panic, the more you sink, right? The more you fall to sadness, the more the quicksand takes you. So it's like the more you fall into your life, the more it's going to take you. It's going to sweep you away if you don't get your fucking bearings back on the ground, like, because life can sweep you off your feet quick into some type of tornado of like lost emotions and displaced anger. And, oh my God, I remember when my mother did that. And, it's like, why is that coming out during a storm, honey? Like, because you haven't had a storm like that since 92. Okay. It's like something fucked up, like some things have to happen to trigger moments in time that we left behind because we didn't want to take them in the future with us. Makes sense. All right, what are we at? 2702. Anything else? No. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is our next message. Yo, what the fuck, you guys? Another tower? Okay. Like, this is getting a little out of control. 3 tower cards, people. Who the hell is in the goddamn chat? Your life is going to fucking change big time. We got twins. Twinning. That's annoying. Upside down Ace of Cups. Are you so afraid of crashing it keeps you from riding altogether? This upside down ace suggests that you aren't even entertaining the idea of exploring something new and instead are closed off, focusing everything you could go wrong. Honor your concerns, but do so in a way that lets you reach your full potential. No experience is risk-free after all. Okay, so there's a risk coming. Okay, it's like when Sarah has to make it to the Goblin Castle. It's terrifying. It's scary. Okay, anything could go wrong, but she has to do it. She has to try. Okay, there's union. Okay, with the upside down Ace of Cups and twins, like this could be like some type of twin flame or like twin energy out there, but like you don't really want to go. I'm going to give you guys 1 second to tell me what is in my hand right now. Because if you said the tower, you're absolutely correct. Because there's another tower. We're going to run out of towers soon. There are not going to be any more towers left. There's the Emperor. Okay, I'm feeling like if you are the masculine energy, okay, if you are a masculine energy, okay, I'm getting this, like, you need to dominate this situation, all right? King of Swords, that's what I'm talking about. Approach your situation with logic, checking your emotions and seeking expert opinions if needed. Okay, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, boom. Honestly, like somebody's just thinking way too hard. There's the high priestess. Okay, if you know, you know. Don't go down that scary road of what if. Okay, what if shouldn't even be a sign that you see anymore, because what if everything happens? What if your whole life changes? What if it's never the same again? What if a door comes and you don't go through it? What if your life doesn't change? I mean, fucking the what if game is redonkulous, okay? Spell manifestation. You are manifesting this tower, which is why it continues to come up. Okay. Somebody really, again, needs to check their emotions. Like, just stop thinking about your emotions. Think logically for a fucking second. Okay. Which I say throw all logic out the door. So if I'm saying logically right now, somebody's overly thinking about something, they're being overly emotional about it, which is why it's the Ace of Cups in reverse. It's like, God, your cup is supposed to be upright. You're supposed to be receiving. If you're not in receiving mode, then don't go for a relationship. Don't go for something that you need to actually try with, okay? Because you're going to suck it dry. And like, who the fuck wants that, right? Or, yeah, suffocate it, suck it dry. Like, that's not going to be good, okay? There's a union coming. Like, spotlight is on this union. Spirit wants you to do this because you want to do it. There's the Emperor again. Let him speak to you for a second. Okay, he's trying to tell you something. Big old Saint Nick here is trying to tell you something, okay? This is your shot. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to go. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself. Yeah, lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You better fucking jump on this and never let it go. There's the Six of Cups, something from the past. With the Three of Cups. Okay, so this could be a friend from the past. Maybe you never maybe somebody, you got the twins card here. So somebody, you are definitely matching energy with somebody. Okay, and you know those people from the past, they always jump up. They'll fucking add you on Facebook. All of a sudden, they're like your best friend in your Instagram, okay? People always come back from the past. If, okay, you're looking for them. Did you just see me flip those cards? So weird, because there is the King of Wands, okay, with the Queen of Wands underneath. I'm not even going to deny she's right there because I won't. I usually don't like the bitches, but I'm going to keep her. Okay, and then we got Death again, Scorpion energy again, Aries energy. Okay, and then Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Swords, the Page of Needles in reverse, the Fool, the Knight of Wands, and then the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so it's like something, I almost feel like with this Death card, something is going to be deathed out. I mean, with this Tower. Okay, the Tower comes down, then death is right there to transmute everything and change everything. Okay, so maybe you were working solo before and now you're going to be working with a partner. This could be about a partner coming in. Okay, we know you're the Emperor, we know you own it, blah, 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 but there's this other Emperor that now wants to work with you. Okay, so it's like maybe you're going to open up your business, expand something. Okay, have 2 CEOs, okay, something like that. And that's the demon, somebody wanting you to work alone all the time, do everything alone. You know how hard it is to do things alone? It's exhausting. Okay. Even if you do have a dog walking with you, it's still exhausting. Everything is just you. Okay. So, and that is energy fighting against you. Nobody's mature enough to do this with you. You're the only one that can do it. And that is kind of a lie. Okay. Because there is somebody that is, I think that's why I trust people from the past, sometimes to kind of open up the door to them first, because I feel like there's already a leg in for the fact that you know them. You might not be able to trust them because you might not know them, but at least you know them from your past, that they're a familiar face, friendly smile, right? It's like you can trust that, right? That, yeah, okay, you might not have been best friends or you might not have, been really close, but it doesn't mean that you can't trust them. I feel like I said, people from the past, I feel like I would trust a lot more than people I don't know. Like this world is weird now. Everything got so weird and scary over the last like 10 years that it's like I would trust people that I went to high school with, and like that's about it. Like high school, so I graduated 2004 was my graduation year of high school. So I don't trust anybody past 2004. If I didn't meet you before then, probably don't want to meet you. Okay, I would say like maybe 2010. I feel like 2010 is the cutoff to weirdness. After that, I don't know. Like then it just suddenly jumped to like 2015. I don't know where 2010 to 2015 went, but then it was like just suddenly 2015, and now it's like suddenly 2025. I don't know where the last 10 years went. I think I've just been hiding in my house, to be honest, because I don't like people or working. I'm either working or I'm at my house working, doing this. I'm really usually working all the time, but yet I have a lot of time off, surprisingly. So weird. But anyways, after 2010, I don't trust anybody. Okay. And I got a lot of shit done before 2010. So, and to be honest, the last 15 years, I have not met anybody worthy that even stayed in my life. Even this town I moved to, I don't have any friends. I don't like anybody here. They're all fucking delusional alcoholics and all addicted to massive amounts of cocaine. So I can't hang out with them. And when I moved to Calgary, didn't meet really anybody, didn't really hang out with anybody. I tried to, but people were just awful. And people in Calgary, like people in Alberta, they are mean. Okay, like they are mean. I don't know if it's something in the water. I don't know if it's something on my face, but people in Calgary specifically, so mean. And then you go up the fucking mountain coast and they just get worse and worse and worse. I don't know if it's in the water. I swear it might be in the water. Some of the nastiest people I've ever met in my life were in that province. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows what you've been through in the last fucking 15 years? Okay, but it seems like if you have been doing something for a long time all by yourself, I kind of feel like there might be a friend stepping in to help you. Maybe you worked with this person in the past and now you're going to work together again, which would be fucking probably super awesome. I can think of a few people from high school that I would fucking definitely want to work with. Like, so maybe, I don't know what this high school thing is either, but something's coming up like that. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Obviously. Okay, but this is something that somebody's manifesting. So, and today, you know what I noticed as I open up all my windows and stuff to my house? The smell changed today. Like it still has smelled like winter, obviously. But today specifically, I noticed a smell in the air. Like it's finally spring, it's finally getting into the warmer months. And it's just like, I love that smell because I like in the fall when it switches to the smell of winter, because I love winter. Winter is my favorite season by far, but I like the smell change. So the smell changed today. So we're officially in spring. Even if we get some cold nights where I am, we hit the jackpot and we are in spring now, motherfuckers. That took us like a week to transform into spring. So, I mean, that's a tower right there, right? Going from winter to spring is a tower for the weather system, right? Okay, what are we at? 39.27. Okay, I think I'm going to do maybe one more reading or so, and then that'll be it. No fucking way. We got snow. Of course, as I'm talking about winter being non-existent, we get the snow card. Fucking right. And then we have cauldron. And on the bottom of the deck, we have broom. Mrs. Broom. Okay. So broom is the energy clearing and freshening. Cauldron would be opportunity and rest with contemplation. I think it goes this way. Yeah. Okay. So it's like someone's going through there. It's like perfect timing for spring where somebody's waking up. Okay. And they are waking up just in time to do their annual ritual. Okay. And this ritual, okay, could just be something that you do every year, okay, is an energy clearing, okay? So somebody who is, I don't know, maybe wondering, should I do a clearing? Am I foggy? Am I not getting the right answers? Here's death. Again, so a lot of repetitive cards. So death is the transformation. So after a very long rest, like maybe you've been sleeping a lot more than what you usually do. And that's because an opportunity is coming, okay? And a whole new energy is clearing in your life. There's love. Okay, so you're going to be opening your heart to something. Okay, look at future. This is somebody's really cute future. All right. So, and like, again, with the love, it could be anything. It could be a, you know, a new project, a new pet, a new loved one. There's the devil. Weird. I feel like maybe somebody, and there's Jaws, maybe somebody's scared that they didn't get enough rest. Preparation is key, your own preparation most of all. So I feel like, I mean, because, okay, something really great could be coming into your life, and you really have to learn restraint, how to hold back, okay? It's like, because if you really love something that's coming into your life, you know, maybe not say that all the time, you know, like even a new puppy, you know, you can't like strong all of that shit or you're going to kill it. Okay. If you find a new spouse or if you find a new like boyfriend or girlfriend or something, you can't exactly be like, I love you on the first date. Okay. You really got to like pull back a little bit because something has been brewing for a while. Okay. So the universe has known about this for a while. Whether or not you've known about it consciously, you've subconsciously known that something is coming into your life that is literally deeper than you ever could have imagined. Okay, like honestly, when I got my snakes, which was almost about a year ago now, you could have never told me how much I would care about them. Like I didn't even know I was going to get them. Okay. I didn't even pre-plan to get my snakes. I just bought them out of like a whim and they changed my life. Like they changed so much of me. Like the way I opened up my heart to them, how much I worked with them, how much I still work with them, how much I feel for them. Like I can feel if they're hurting. I can feel if they're hungry. I can feel if they want to come out. I can feel if they're antsy. I can feel if they're tired. I know when one wants to sleep on me all the time because she needs to feel me again because she gets, you know, kind of like that, almost like one of them gets separation anxiety from me so bad. He stares at me all day long and I have to be like, buddy, you gotta have a nap. Like you can't, you know, and he wants to come out all the time and he's like the most clingiest thing in the world. I never thought a snake would be clingy. Even my sister, she'll come into my room sometimes and be like, holy fuck, your snake. And he'll be like on the glass that opens up the enclosure. Like he knows where the door is and he'll just sit at the door waiting for me all day to take him out. Do you think I ever would have thought snakes were going to be like that? Like I had him out for like an hour today. 2 readings. I sat here with him while he sat on my head, fucking rolling around everywhere. And then I put him back in his closure, and then he just stares at me like I'm an asshole. Like I just put him away. He starts crying on me, and I'm like, oh my God. Like I could have never thought in my life that I would care about these fucking assholes as much as I do. Like I would die for them. Okay. You have no idea. Like I would die for them. Physically, I would die for them. I don't care if they're snakes. I don't care what the fuck they are. Anything that's more vulnerable than you, if you're taking care of it, like, you think the devil could come into my house and scare me into giving me my snakes? No. Okay, I like through the entire power outage slept with like a fucking 9-inch blade beside me because like I had no idea. My security system wasn't working. Okay, so like I had no idea if someone was gonna break into my house. You think I'm just gonna sit there like unarmed? No. Okay, so like sometimes you just never know what life will throw at you, and you think you're not gonna care about it, and you think you can just live without it, or you don't care if it dies. I tattooed my dead dog on my arm today because I found out my father killed him for his wife. They were dating at the time. She said she can handle him. So he offed my dog. He told me he went to a lovely ranch, and he even said he went and visited the motherfucker to make sure he was okay. Blah, blah, blah. Killed my fucking dog for a woman? Are you kidding? A girlfriend? A girlfriend? They weren't even married or engaged. He just ditches his fucking dog? Like, no wonder he ditched me. If he can ditch a dog... I mean, I swear to God, how you treat your animals, how you treat your kids fucking matters. If you have a dog and you treat him like he's a piece of shit fucking mat that you can just kick and step on all the time, good luck in hell. If you actually treat your animal like, I don't know, they're alive and like they deserve a little bit of fucking respect because you're the one who chose to have them here. So if you chose to have something, why would you not want to take care of it? Why would you all of a sudden get mad if the dog needs walking? You decided to buy him. He needs to walk around. Walking around your house doesn't count. Same with you. Like when you go to the gym or you go work out, is that walking around your house? No. It's the same for your dog. Okay. If you don't have respect for things, the world is not going to respect you. So if you're not willing to die for something, then it's like the world's like, I'm not going to give you the thing that you could die for then. Because if you're not willing to fucking stand on the edge, to save something, when you manifested it and you brought it here, I don't really think you're gonna deserve it. And that's the thing, is like there's things that come in your life that you're tested, right? Will you keep it around? Will you have the $2,000 surgery for the dog and the broken knee, right? Or will you just put him to sleep? Will you just give up because it's going to cost too much, or it's going to take too much, aftercare to get the dog rehabilitated or whatever it is, like, because it's almost like people feel the same way about themselves, but all of a sudden when their life gets threatened, it's like, take me to 1,000,000 doctors and make sure I don't die. But you let your dog die. Or you let your spouse, you let your marriage die, you let everything else die, but now you want to survive? That's funny. That's ironic because nothing else survives in your fucking grasp. Okay? I'm holding on to luck. Literally. I probably should read it. Number 28. It's a happy day. Oh, these are the crow decks. It's a happy day when the crow who finds fish raining from the sky. Something good is coming. Be sure to position yourself in that place that yields the best results. Luck does not happen by accident, although it often feels that way. Luck occurs when we are in the right position at the right time with the right skills. When luck appears, good fortune is coming, but it will be your talents that will seal the deal. Imagine being fortunate enough to be on an elevator with a person who you have been wanting to pitch an idea to. It's only luck if you are prepared and ready to articulate your vision. Otherwise, it's just another elevator ride. I really like that because it's telling you that, something is being waved in your face, okay? And it's Jaws because you are going to need a bigger boat. You are going to need more feelings, more emotion, more stability, more, headstrong. You're going to need to be more in your fucking skin. You're going to have to pay attention more, right? Because anything like my snakes, like I can't just act like they're not here. I can't just, act like, oh yeah, whatever. If they live or they die, they're on their own. Why would they be on their own if I brought them here? Then that's on my ass, right? So it's like that, right? Like something like, I guess you only really care about things that you're willing to kind of die for, right? Again, with this death, like you have to be willing to die for things. You have to be willing to die for love. Like I said, I mean, there is a time where I've ran across traffic. I've saved kids from drowning, even as a child. Like sometimes I've, fucking took an engulfed, flamed blanket off the wall and covered it with my body and burned my arms up, like because I loved the house and didn't want to see it burn down. Like even the love of a house, like you have to love. Like love is not like, oh, I love something, I can control it for the rest of my life. Love is having like ultimate respect. I think really that's what love is. People always wonder what love is. I think it's like respect. I think it has a lot to do with respect. I think it has a lot to do with like how you feel about that is the amount of respect you give it. And the more respect you give it, the more you appreciate it. The more you appreciate it, the more you love it, right? Like the more you don't want to live without it. And the more you don't want to live without it, then the more you're willing to do to keep it the fuck around, right? You're not going to tell it to go away if you love it that much. Ace of Cups upright. A new cycle is coming. That's the Ace of Cups. With love, I would say that's 2 Aces of Cups, okay? This card appears you have met somebody just as significant and intoxicating. And even though you logically know it might not work out, your heart is open to the experience. Okay, so maybe that's why somebody has had a long slumber, because you're not going to be sleeping for a while. Okay, but only that, look at another Ace of Pentacles. Okay, you could have a baby with this person, okay? You could, like, maybe that's the seed with somebody. That's a seed. Okay, like that's a cycle, all right? Again, take what resonates. There's the Hermit. The search within, wisdom through experience, seeking solitude. So I swear, somebody has had their moment of solitude where they have, like, I mean, you might think you need more information on the situation, which you might need more information on the situation, but it doesn't mean you can't start now moving forward. Okay, with the information that you do have. Okay, same with the snakes. Like I just did one thing at a time, like got the enclosure with the snake, made sure I had food for it, and you just got your checklist, right? You get everything, so then the animal is safe and at home and ready. Like maybe you are going to get another animal. And there's summon, like you are summoning something into your life. And I think the world knows that you want this, right? The world knows that you want this because of the cauldron. It's like you've been brewing this for a while. This has been a pot that's been on the stove for a while, okay? That liquid is like molasses now. It's been cooking for so long, okay? And then with broom, it's like all you got to do is a quick freshening up, right? Bada boom, bada bing, clean yourself up, shave your face a little bit, shave your legs, wax your ass, do whatever you got to do, and boom. I mean, who's the new kid in town, right? That's you, baby. Fate has hit somebody. So let it hit. Clickety click, you know what I mean? It's hard enough to find, I mean, even goddamn hobbies that you like. To find something that you love is like, that's not something you find every day, okay? Even if what you're going to find is a hobby, okay? I love my hobbies. Let me tell you, I love my hobbies so much that I have to physically stop doing them or I'm going to spend all my money, okay? Because, like, I don't need to do my hobbies that much, okay? I have to find hobbies that include just going to the woods and forging things and bringing them back and doing shit. That's why my entire house is filled with, I've got pine branches hanging from my ceiling in my whole house because I need to be in the woods at all times. And if I can't live in the woods, then I bring the woods to my own apartment. And I have like sticks. See the sticks up here? That's my snake's like jungle gym, I guess you would call it. The other one, she's got hers right there. You can kind of see it. There's a jungle gym right there, all sticks on my wall. There's sticks all over my ceiling. There's sticks hanging. There's flowers everywhere, dying and dangling. I'm basically in the woods, but inside, which is how you need to be sometimes, right? So hermit yourself. And I kind of feel like if you are in the midst of still a hermit, then you're getting out of it like soon, okay? And if you've had your rest and contemplation and, you know, serenity now, something that you've been brewing is coming to flourish. So look forward to that. Sparks are flying. I mean, 'tis the season. Like I said, like it smells different. Like it smells like summer. It didn't smell like that yesterday. It still smelled like winter yesterday. Today it smells different. I mean, the wind is still a little bit chilly. That smells like summer. That's definitely summer smell out there. So enjoy it, kids. It's going to be the best summer of my life. I have this wicked job starting on a lake. Oh my God, I'm so excited for summer and bikinis and sun and money and just shit all up in my grill. Oh, I'm going to live it up. Live it up this year, people, because it's going to be a great summer. I really feel that. Summer of my life, I feel like this is going to be. I'm so excited for this summer. So maybe that's what it is. You know, summer kicks off in about a month or so. And, oh yeah, Wonderland opens soon. I have this like awesome roller coaster place that's around that my sister and I usually go to every year. Once Wonderland opens, it's summertime, you know what I mean? So this is going to be awesome. Lots of cool things coming in. So thank you for watching. This was an awesome reading. 56 on the clock. God, I love spirit. They make me look at the clock exactly when I need to. And that was the exact timing. Wow. So thank you for watching again. All right. I hope it resonated. And if it doesn't, then just keep kicking it with the lives. I hope something comes through for you. Send your questions in telepathically. Obviously, that's kind of how I like doing it. And if spirit wants to answer your question, they will. And if you deem worthy, because you're nice, then you might get messages all the live long day. Because we're still small, so we can do that with a small crowd. So I hope it did resonate. And if it doesn't, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com, one word. Will get you straight link to me, okay? So if you want to book an appointment and a reading, let me know, and I will do that with you. And if not, just keep enjoying the freeness of the channel, okay? Yeah. I think that's it. I just saw a ladybug flying. For some reason, every time I see a red ladybug, I always think of James and the Giant Peach. I mean, it's a really good movie. I haven't watched it in years, but I remember watching that movie and being like, damn, that's a good movie. Oh, is it because it's Tim Burton? Probably. I love Tim Burton. Not everything, but some things I do. I think Tim Burton did that one. Anyways, I'm just going to mammal on now. Peace out. Take care. Word to your mothers. Have a good one. See ya.